I support liquor, guns, beer, titties, and quickies? Hell yeah!
And who doesn't love that? Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the Ant Money Experience, the greatest show on the net, the podcast unlike no other. I am your host, King Ant Money the Great, and thank y'all for joining me for another evening. I want to hear one of those professional introductions like they do on World News Tonight. But my bad for not being here for y'all last week. I ain't gonna lie, them 3 and 4 day weekends be whooping my ass. I ain't had no kind of voice, but I am here with y'all today. Happy Pride Month if that is what you indulge in. I myself like a nice pair of lesbians. Also, happy Men's Health Month. Make sure you are going to get your checkups, everything you need. I myself am going to take the opportunity this month to get all my checkups in, and that is that. But if you are here right now, you know you are here celebrating the unofficial start of the weekend. And also, if you are here, you are watching on the most dangerous podcast network on the net, the big exclusive network. If you have a podcast idea, your podcast needs a home, your podcast needs to be broadcast on a bigger network, come on over to the winning team. If you are also here right now, make sure you like, share, and subscribe to the network. Get your exclusive membership because we got shit coming for that ass. Don't worry, summertime is coming up. Whoa. Make sure you get that herpes shot. It's crazy big exclusive. But that knocked my train of thought completely off. But also make sure you like, share, and subscribe to the network. Get your exclusive membership, subscription package, so you can tune into the rest of the stuff that we can't necessarily just show everybody. You know, I think we do for some more exclusive content. You know, we'll talk about some things off of the net. Summertime is coming up. You don't want to be without the membership where you don't see the shenanigans that we going to do. But also, if you would like to be a co-host on the Ant Money Experience, make sure you inbox, DM me. Ladies, you already know how you get to the front. But also, if you would like your business, initiative, mixtape, anything spotlighted on a spotlight segment, make sure you DM me or inbox me just the same. And also make sure y'all inbox me. I'll definitely for next week, because I tabled the topic I was going to have for my lounge talk topic. And and I want to make sure that I have a male and female co-host next week, and I could sort of be moderator because I got a very interesting lounge talk topic. But I want to make sure I got folks. And if y'all don't inbox me before this week is over, I'm gonna start recruiting people and make y'all be my co-host. But with that being said, a message from our sponsors.
Delete credit repair confusion with a single prompt. Having trouble getting AI to write a solid credit dispute letter? Tired of prompts that miss the mark or make things worse? Prompt and Delete gives you the exact wording I used to wipe 7 negatives off my report, fast. You'll get ready to use dispute prompts for most situations, Metro 2-based prompts, and bonus scripts most credit pros won't share. Fix your credit with AI in under an hour. Get the Prompt and Delete ebook today, link in bio.
Big exclusive AI look like she could cook a whip up a mean baked potato salad. I mean potato salad. Damn. Look like she probably good with the mac and cheese. But before we go any further, let me bring my co-host up for this evening. El
Hey,
Presidente is in the building with us tonight, ladies and gentlemen. How you doing, El Presidente?
I'm amazing. How are you?
I'm blessed. But with that being said, Let's jump into that. If it bleeds, it leads. Well, damn. I like when the producer surprises me. But
Uh-huh.
producer, bring up my next top. I mean, my first topic, please. Ladies and gentlemen,
Oh,
that is the fruit of my looms. My CC has graduated and is going on to college. She will be attending VCU, Virginia Commonwealth University. The little girl has made me proud. She graduated with honors, just like Pops did. And also, as I was going through the program for her school, everybody's college acceptances were in there, as well as the school that they decided to go to. And she decided to, I mean, she had more than everybody else. I cannot complain. The little girl continues to make me proud. Although I hate looking at your kids and watching them act like you, because I definitely was supposed to be picking her up at 7:30. She came walking up the steps at like 7:40. Like, I'm like, yo, ain't we supposed to be getting ready? She kept walking like she didn't hear me. I was like, whoa, okay, I guess that's what it is. But I think one of the dopest things about her graduation was that the valedictorian and the salutatorian, I guess I don't remember, but they both were young black women, and the valedictorian was accepted to UPenn. The salutatorian was given a full ride to Princeton. Well, I'm not gonna say given; she earned a full ride to Princeton, and they said in the school's history that was the first time they had two black women, young ladies, be the valedictorian and the salutarian solicitor. I'm gonna figure that shit out. But they said it was the first time in the school's history. And then it was also the first time that both of those individuals were accepted to Ivy League schools. So shout out to everybody graduating, whether it be from trade school or accreditation, whatever it may be. Congratulations, and may you continue to be successful. Now, I think that may be the only serious thing we had to talk about tonight. Let's jump into the shenanigans. Producer, play my next video, please.
Yo, what's good, bro? What you got going?
I'm literally just trying to get this temperature stuff going on with Ken.
Oh,
Trying to bring the temperature down. Why was that?
no, I'll just call and tell you good night, bro. Sweet dreams. Hello?
What?
Hello?
Yeah, what do you mean, good night?
I'm about to lay down, bro. I'm about to get into bed. I just want to call and tell you good night, bro. Sweet dreams.
Yeah, but nigga, why the hell you call? Why are you telling me good night?
I hope you sleep tight, bro.
Nigga, what?
All right, bro. I'm gonna talk to you tomorrow, man. Sweet dreams.
What do you have going? What sweet dream, nigga? I'm a grown. What's going? Are you good?
Yeah, bro. I can't wish that you sleep good tonight, bro.
Nigga, when in the hell have you ever wished it? Why?
Yo, what's good?
Shout out to Corey LA. Shout out to Tay Boogie. Much like these two, if you are viewing right now, make sure you comment so I can give you a proper shout out. Now, Tiff, are you familiar with the Good Night Challenge that's going on right now?
I a little bit familiar. I saw this clip and it was kind of strange. It was a
So
little
it was
weird.
funny because that night that one of my homies put it in a group chat and I watched it and I was like, I don't like it. I don't like it. Are as men, are we just
It's weird.
tripping or is it just weird?
Like the hairs on the back of your neck ain't like stand up when you saw that.
I was uncomfortable.
Thank you. It was very cringy.
So what's funny is that particular clip is actually like 3 minutes long, and that is Rockman, the former heavyweight champion of the world's little brother. And he called Rockman as his last call, and he was like, "Good night." He was like, "Nigga, why you telling me good night?" Like his homie had me cracking up though. He was just like, "Yo, don't tell me to sleep tight." Yeah, don't tell me to sleep tight. Don't tell me good night. So then
That's
it was
almost like
funny
trying to
because
suck me in or something. Like, ew.
I'm, and it was funny because on the second person that he called, the guy was like, "Good night. Is everything cool?" Now, if one of my homies called me and said good night, I'm gonna instantly think that what up, Quill? I'm gonna instantly think that they trying to get me cold for something. Like, is everything all right? Like, is there something going
Yeah.
on? You need me to send help? That's gonna be my first thought. But I thought it
Mm,
was a funny trend. One of my friends that yesterday he made a post and tagged a couple homies in it and was like, "Good morning," and I was like, "I don't like that either. Don't tell me good morning. Don't worry about my fucking morning. I worry about how my morning going." But I think it's a funny ass trend, and if it's unexpected, I'm going to call G and see how he react.
now you know good morning
I want you to record his
what you
reaction. But shout out to that. With that being said, producer, play my next clip, please.
I think I'm bullshitting y'all. I think she an undercover cop too. Watch this. Watch. Y'all think I'm bullshitting? Watch this, y'all. Watch this. Shit be getting spicy out here. She in the well. Got him. Got him. Pulled up on his ass. Booking.
Now, if you are unaware of what is going on in that clip, that is the grand neighborhood of Kensington, and the young lady walked up to the car. There was other police in the background lurking, and as you can see, that individual was approached by the police at the end of that video. Is that entrapment or he was being horny?
damn, I kinda don't want to comment on that. He was being horny.
Um, he
Just
was
to
just
pick up
sitting there.
some random
I mean, she
mm-mm.
came up to me and asked me, "How you
Kensington?
doing?" Huh?
Kensington?
I mean,
No,
you
come
know,
on.
I think the funniest thing that happened is one day I was driving past and I was lost. I got like my peripherals lost, and I rolled down my window and it was a hooker out there, and I was like, "Hey, which way is Hawthorne?" And she was like, "Back that way." And I'm
You
like,
got
"No,
her
no, no, that's
whole
all I wanted. That's all I wanted."
you got her whole stuff. Don't people like that. She just knew she had some money. You ain't shit.
I mean, I
Thank
think
you,
that
bitch.
that,
Horny.
but that man was just trying to support black business.
Stop it. Cut it out. Cut it out. All right, let's think about this. You in Kensington. We all know what that looked like. All right. You walking up and down the street for hours. You ain't bathe. You ain't shower. That cat is pungent. Okay. I bet you ain't got no wipes or no nothing. You gonna actually have one of them bitches jump in the back of your car and you
She
smashing
actually
that?
had she actually had two wipes on her.
Get the bye. Nope. Nope. Mm-mm. That's nasty. Come on
Uh,
now. No.
and this is why black people don't support black business. He was trying to help
That ain't a black.
a
That ain't
sister
no black
out.
business.
It's the oldest business in the world.
No, strippers is one thing. I support strippers now. Ass clapping everywhere. But I'm not supporting that. We're not doing that. Shame on
You
you.
must, you must have never been to the Piccadilly.
I have. I've been there. I've been to Bottoms Up. I've been to where's that? Dutch Gardens. I support black business now. I look, Witches Inn, Night on Broadway.
Pink Orchard.
Yes. And
Yeah, that
two,
is filthy. I am changing the subject on that one. Producer, bring up my next topic, please. That is filthy. Russell Westbrook is possibly retiring. I say possibly because I can't quite validate this source. So I thought it was the Blue Moon. Y'all some wild niggas. But
I
the
know. Is
Blue
that the one
Moon
up in Jersey?
the Blue Moon is a hotel out West Philly that is crackhead infested. I don't even think it's open
Just like
anymore.
just like Kensington, crackhead infested. You see all
If
them
you
damn
have
files, needles and shit.
if you have been in the Blue Moon, you are a filthy individual. But I can't quite validate if this is an accurate post. But if Russell Westbrook is retiring, he is the triple double king. Um, Great career. His later years, I mean, he's been professional throughout. Goes out there whether he is 0 for 50 or putting up 50, he's going to bring the intensity every night. Pause. And if he is retiring, I just want to say salute, sir. And I appreciated the efforts that you have made to the league. Now,
Salute.
an interesting one, producer. My next topic. Now, names that are said to be made illegal. First up, we have King. Next up, we have Queen. We have Jesus Christ. I believe the next one is three or third. Santa Claus, Majesty, Adolf Hitler, Nutella, Messiah. Don't laugh too hard because I got something. I got something to say about that Adolf Hitler one. At and 1069. I'm not sure why 1069, but now, do you know anybody with the name of something on this list?
Yes. King, Queen, and Majesty. And I want to say something, but I don't know if I should.
Say
I'm gonna
it.
leave that one alone. They said Jesus Christ. It's not Jesus, it's Jesus. I dated
If
a
it's
Jesus.
if it has Christ behind it, I'm going. Damn, you can't call your baby Nutella. I know. Well, I mean, I don't know if Nutella is because of the copyright thing, but I I know a king. Um,
And his
I've
name was
known a
Jesus.
I know I've known a couple Jesuses. I have a little cousin named Messiah, and there's a what up, Mac baby. Shout out to Mac. She posted a video of her son going on his dance today. Shout out to that young man was looking sharp, and then them cocaine all white ones. That boy was showing off. But now we know a Adolf that's black, and you probably never thought about it. Young
Who?
Dolph. Young
Shut
Dolph's
up.
his name was Adolf.
No, it was not.
Yes, it was. It was Adolf. I was looking at it. I was reading up on him because I was a Young Dolph fan, but after he died, I was like, let me see what they have as far as the Wikipedia article on him. And his name, I was like, Adolf. I'm like, why the fuck would somebody black name their kid Adolf? But
No better.
why would anybody at all name their kid Adolf? Especially a black person. How did they come across that name and
Ignorant.
uh and be like, you know what? That's gonna be the one. I can't
Ignorant.
imagine
How
that.
don't you do research? You're not doing
Said,
research on what certain names mean, but you should already know Adolf is not a good name to name your child. Like that's
where did
just
it come?
I don't want to say common sense because common sense is not common anymore.
But where did it come across his mom's path? Like, you know what? Adolf, that's the one. I know a lot of kings too, and Majesty.
Hmm.
Majesty is crazy.
Yep.
That's
I
some.
know a couple of
That's
these.
that's a. I mean, I don't think that's that crazy to ban it. I think people had the right to name their kid whatever they want to name their kid. Interesting story. A young lady that I went on a prom with in high school, she gave her son my first name as her middle name. as his middle name. I was like,
What?
your baby father was cool with that because he knows who I am. He didn't like me when I was in high school. I know that he knows about me as an adult and what we had going on, and he still
That's
allows you to do
weird.
this. Hey, I'm honored. It makes me feel that you let me know there's always a place when I want to come back.
Mm.
But with that being said, producer, let's bring up my next topic, please. Now, shout out to Stephon Diggs, one of the newest New England Patriots. My nigga, you are coming in on some shit. He on this video, if you are not aware of what's going on, he has a bunch of women around him telling them like, "You, what's my name? What's my name?" They were calling him daddy, and he pulls a foreign substance out of his pocket and gives it to the young ladies. Is that suspension worthy?
Is it suspension worthy? The little bag that he pulled out?
What took place in that video, is that suspension worthy?
From that piece of the video that I saw, no. But there's more to the video that I definitely think is suspension worthy.
Which would be what?
Um, the little pink stuff that came out.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's definitely
he,
suspension worthy.
he was giving them sugar for their Kool-Aid.
Get the fuck, stop it. I mean, you know what? I'll say this. I'll play devil's advocate. Nobody really knows what it was. Like you said, it could have been anything. It could have been candy. However, given the society and everything that's going on, people pretty much have an idea what was going on and what's in their bag. But if you don't have nobody saying, hey, this is what it was, then you really can't say, well, you can't pinpoint him and say, well, yeah, he was definitely doing it. You didn't see him do it. You just saw the bag.
Like Corey said, it was just a little Splendor. Shorty was diabetic. He was like, listen, I just happen to have some Splendor on me. Here you go. Here you go. A little present from daddy.
Okay.
As a New England Patriots fan, I didn't see anything wrong here.
Mm, mm.
And whoa, listen, everybody need a little pick me up. His just happened to come in a nice size baggie. Also, ladies and gentlemen, the NBA Finals are upon us. The New England, the Oklahoma City Thunder, and the new damn. I just want to say New England so bad. Excuse me. The Indiana Pacers and the Oklahoma City Thunder are in the NBA Finals. Game one starts tonight. I will be tuned into that as soon as we leave this podcast tonight. But ladies and gentlemen, you know how I like to end every if it bleeds, it leads. Producer, play my funny video of the week.
If you give me your honey, girl, I promise I'll be sweet. So I'ma sneak up out the back so nobody will notice me. Then we could run it back, girl, it's your turn to go on me. Role play.
Shout out to, I believe it's PYF or PYT, Erica. When I tell you these these Minecraft videos that she been playing lately, when I tell you, I went down a rabbit hole and watched like 20 of them videos on Tuesday before I went to bed. I was like, yo, I gotta get off this because if I keep watching this, I'm gonna be up all night. The video is funny as shit. And then a song to go with it, everything about it is hilarious. I couldn't stop laughing. I appreciate it. Whenever I find a good joke page, I just go through all the videos. But with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, Halliburton and Tim, you know what? Actually, audience, what is your predictions? Halliburton, Tim Burton, Thunder and Five. Uh, it, I could see the Thunder and Five if they play against the Pacers the way they play against Minnesota. Shit might fuck around and be four because the defense that they presented against Minnesota with the roster that Minnesota has was impeccable. And I just don't think that I just can't think that El Presidente, who do you have in the championship? The Pacers or the Thunder? Okay, thank you for that. Enough. Oh,
All right, here I am.
who do you have? The Pacers or the Thunder?
Pacers.
With that being said, let's jump into that lounge talk. Now, shout out to Corey LA because I definitely stole one of his posts for my wine cooler topic of this evening. Now, El Presidente, I think we had a similar conversation before, but Corey had put out she was hanging out with Diggs. But El Presidente, my guy Corey LA put up a post. What was the worst ass whooping you received as a kid and for what?
Oh shit. I flushed my mother's bracelet down the toilet by accident.
How old were you?
I might have been 7. It
Like
fell off.
diamond
No,
bracelet or
it wasn't. It was just a regular bracelet, but I had it on, and I knew I shouldn't have been touching her jewelry. But as a little girl, you're impressed, you're enthralled, and enthused with your mom. So you want to wear her shoes, you want to wear her clothes, her jewelry. So I put on her bracelet, and I'm in the bathroom playing, and it slipped off my wrist because it was so big and just fell in the toilet.
you ain't have enough time to
Yeah,
grab it?
that was it. No, I didn't have enough
All
time.
right.
I
So
panicked. I was 7.
oh yeah, you not think. Well, I was around my grandfather, my uncle, and my dad a lot, so I developed plumbing skills at an early age. So I would have knew to grab the plunger, and we was getting that bracelet back, not get my ass whooped. So, what kind of ass whooping did you receive? And audience, feel free to tell us what was your worst ass whooping and what it was for. So, how bad was the ass whooping?
It was terrible. I got the belt. I think it was the first beating I ever really got.
Oh, you must,
Yeah, look, my grandmother used to
oh, you
save me a
must have been a
lot.
good kid.
I
Well,
was.
worst ass whooping I got, I want to say, I believe I was about 10 years old. So I used to be a horrible liar and a little klepto and very sneaky when I was a kid. So my mom she would like summertime, she buy the popsicles, the ones that put the Joker scars around your lips. And I get like 10 at a time, whatever. But I knew I wasn't supposed to be doing that, so I would hide them under my bed and say I'm gonna go back and throw them in the trash later. And I would never go back to throw them in the trash. And one day my mom was like, "Clean up your room," and usually I would get away with stuffing stuff under the bed, make the bed up, drop the covers so it looked big on one side. And if she didn't feel like it, she walk in, she look around, be like, "All right." No, she had time today. She told me to clean my room up and go to
Mm,
sleep on Friday. Saturday morning, she came in. She was like, "This shit ain't clean." Now, what I didn't realize about my parents is that if you clean everything and they could just do one glance and it was nothing they saw, you was fine. If they saw one thing on the floor, they would inspect
Mm.
everything. So this one particular
Oh
Saturday
hell
morning, my
no.
mom walked in and she lifted up the covers and looked under my bed. And she was like, "Take all that shit from underneath your bed." So I started dragging shit up from under my bed, and some popsicle wrappers came out. She was like, so she lifted my bed up and saw all the popsicle wrappers. She grabbed the first paint. Why the fuck was it a Home Depot paint stick upstairs? I don't even know. But she whipped my ass with it and it broke. So
Damn.
then there happened to be two of them up there. So she grabbed that one, whooped my ass with that one. That wasn't good enough. She grabbed the little switch from off of the shades on my window, whooped my ass with that. That wasn't good enough. She then whooped my ass with an extension cord. That also wasn't good enough. From there, she went and beat my ass with my dad's police utility belt. Now,
At what point is this abuse?
now what I said after I sat there and because I was sitting there and I was typing it out on my phone, and then I read everything that I put, and I was like, her ass should be in jail.
Yes, that's abuse. That is abuse. Okay.
That ass should.
You broke a paint stick, a paintbrush over somebody's ass, and then grab multiple other things. Come on now, no.
They're gonna tell me to take
Enough
a.
is how.
They're gonna tell me to take a bath, and I better not tell nobody. You're going to jail.
Pretty
But
much. How old were you?
I was 10. Wait, he said, and then he got pistol whipped, and that wasn't enough. Yo, that was funny as shit. But I just like, I told her one time, I'm like, yo, I'm sitting there thinking about that whooping, and you should be in jail. She was like, what you want to do? Call DHS on me now? You in your 30s. I was like,
Yeah, it's too late now. It's too late
but
now.
remember when
But that
you remember,
was abuse.
remember when your parents used to say, I brought you in this world, I'll take you out?
My parents never said that to me.
Oh, man, I'm just expressing my trauma tonight. That's first degree murder. That's first degree murder because that's premeditated. Your ass is going to jail.
That's a threat.
Yes, but shout out to Mom Dukes. I know that I was an annoying ass kid, but you should have went to jail for that one. Then she would say stuff like, go ahead, call DHS. You can't come back here after you did that. I was like, well, I'll just deal with the ass whoopings.
I cannot relate. I'm sorry.
But wait a minute. I want to go back to Big Exclusive comment. I got beat with an iron all because, hold on one second. I got beat with an
Got beat
iron
with a
all because I hit my little brother in the head with a pack of sandwich cookies.
wait. You got beat with an iron.
Woo! The iron cord
Yeah,
or the
no.
iron? This sounded like Penny from off of Good Times.
No, it wasn't the cord, it was the actual iron, like the fat part. So
Damn.
what happened was my little brother,
What?
like my mom sent me to the store and she said, get everybody something. I asked my twin sisters what they wanted. I asked my little brother what he wanted. My twin sister said, get us some strawberry cookies. My little brother said he wants some lemon cookies. I'm a peanut butter boy, so I got some peanut butter cookies. So as I'm coming in the house, and before I could walk on the steps, my little brother was like, yo, give me my cookies. I'm like, all right. So I hand him the lemon. He was like, I ain't want that. I'm like, what you mean? You asked for lemon. Twins asked for strawberry. I got peanut butter. He like, no, I asked for peanut butter. And my little brother was so spoiled. So he ended up, I'm like, no, those mines, take your lemon. He wouldn't take the lemon. So he turned around to run and tell on me. So I hummed the pack of cookies at his head. And then hit him smack in the back of his head. And when I tell you this motherfucker performed like he was Jesus Christ being nailed to the cross, you'd have thought you'd have thought he was Kunta Kinte for real getting whooped. Because this motherfucker was dancing all on the ground, he screaming, he rolling around. So as my mom coming out to see what he want, I slipped past her. Because she got to take care of her baby. I slipped past her.
And I guess he told her like, "Yo, he hit me in the head with the cookies," and she was like, "Motherfucker!" That's all I heard. So I dart to my room. I slide in the closet. She coming in now. The ironing board and the iron. You know how you had like any black household had the ironing board, and that can of spray starch. It always used to just sit on the ironing board. So she went to move the ironing board out the way, but I guess it hit her. I'm gonna hit this motherfucker with the iron. She grabbed it by the handle. She bust open the closet door and she was swinging, and hit me with the motherfucking iron. Now, I say all that to say this. I really got my ass whooped with the iron. Okay, God rest my mom's soul. That was probably like, as a kid, I probably got beat a bunch of times, but I've always felt like it was never my fault. It was either for some shit my little brother did or my sisters did. But at the end of the day, I definitely got beat with a fucking iron, the fat part.
That's abuse.
Dang.
That
Wait,
is abuse.
he was in a table, ladders, and cheers match with his mom.
And listen,
Pretty much. That's terrible.
my mom was probably 5'2", maybe 3, might be pushing it. This 6 foot ain't mean. I was 6 feet probably in 8th grade. It ain't mean a goddamn thing. That she had bats, table legs, she had chain. I never like really bucked at my mom, but that was some bullshit that she did that to me. I was mad about that for a long ass time. But I can laugh about it now because it wasn't funny then, but it's definitely funny now. Because I could have easily just took the shit from her and restrained her, but my mom had that fear of God in me, so.
I mean, it's a blessing he still remembered it after being beat with an iron. Shit.
So I said,
But
that's it. Like, no memory.
you breaking up a little bit, El Presidente. I didn't catch that
Hold
last
up.
comment.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I hear you.
I said, with the wrong hit, you losing all memory. That's crazy.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I wouldn't watch my mom hit me with no fucking iron. Damn that, Miriam.
No, no.
But
I was getting abused as kid. But what's up with that?
yeah, yeah. You know what, guys? Let's make those rubber bands that people get and say my mom abused me, but look where I made it. And wear them around our mothers. But producer, bring up my Liam's talk topic for this evening. Ladies and gentlemen, Offset and Cardi B have been going to war on social media. What you see at the top is my man Stephon Diggs making a second appearance tonight on the Ant Money Experience. And on the left is Cardi B and Offset's son. I don't know what his name is, nor do I care. But
I think that.
yeah, I'm not sure what his name is, but apparently Cardi B got her son's hair in the style that Stephon Diggs has been rocking while at OTAs in New England. Shout out to that. Glad that he is making a healthy return from the ACL injury he received last year. Need him to stay healthy. And with that being said, Offset tweeted this. Now, when somebody died for playing with my son, then call me the crash out. Also, Offset said, I don't care how I look trolling with my kids in bad. Offset better get some advice from Future. I was in the field, fuck Russell. But take that down, producer. Now, there is multiple layers to this situation. I'll first start off with what we are being presented. Do you see an issue with the child's hair being styled like Stephon Diggs?
No, because it's just a hairstyle.
That's also what I thought. Because I remember when I was a kid, on the weekends when I would go to my grandmother's house, I would hang out with my aunt. My aunt, she was, when I was like 4 years old, I want to say my aunt was probably about like 19, 20. And They lived in a county. Her boyfriend lived in a county, and he played in the summer leagues. Well, he played basketball all the time. So when he played basketball, we would go watch his games. And at the time, Michael Jordan and Anthony Hardaway were my favorite basketball players. Wayne, that was his name. He had the baldy. I was like, Wayne got a baldy. Jordan got a baldy. I think I want a baldy too. I got that baldy, and everybody in the class slapped me upside my head. I couldn't beat everybody up in the class at once. So that was the only baldy I got into my adult years. I don't see anything wrong with the hairstyle itself. Now, how do you feel about the way Offset reacted to it?
I think that was really immature. Granted, that's your kid and you feel some kind of way because you already feel some kind of way because you don't want dude around your son. However, I think just this whole acting out and putting all your business on social media, I think a lot of them just need to stay off of it.
No, I advise them to keep doing it.
Oh,
Now to some of the comments, Cardi B playing dirty. She did that on purpose. That's like having Iverson braids. Now it ain't just a hairstyle like they both got mixed or something. It's a specific design on purpose and then posted it.
now
Now,
that I don't agree with. Why post it? Because you already know that he's going to be upset about it. That definitely is playing dirty. However, I mean, look at how their relationship has been back and forth.
so Tay Boogie, yes, they are dating. They have been spotted courtside at some of these playoff games and everything. It's very obvious that they have something going on. But I think that yeah, it does look like she's being smart, but so what? It's just a hairstyle.
That's how I see it. I mean, there's
I
layers to the situation, but a hairstyle is a hairstyle. It's not that serious.
I think that like comedian Tay Boogie said was that's like having Iverson braids. Don't think that the oh shit, we got the topics on the we got the comments on the screen now. We moving up. But I don't think it's that deep personally. Oh no, she wildin'. I mean,
I don't
here's
think
my
so.
biggest here's my biggest issue with the situation itself. Offset has been making Cardi B look bad for years. It's been footage of him out in the club while he's married. And what if she dressed him alike? Would it be just clothes? I mean,
That's different.
I'm
I
not
think
gonna
that's
lie. Shit like that really doesn't bother me. If for
that's kind
instance,
of that's taking it to another dimension, especially if it's a
all
picture with them
right,
to get dressed alike. That's too much.
let's say this. It's Christmas Eve. They making cookies. He's at the crib because he's there all the time. That's her dude. If she takes Christmas pictures and they all got on the same pajamas, is that drawing?
Good question. Good question. Me personally, I probably wouldn't feel any kind of way, but I can't say how a man would feel as far as that's concerned when it comes down to his kids.
Producer, put up Corey's comment. What the fuck is wrong with him? It it reads two wrongs don't make a right. Two wrongs don't make a right. It makes a Lee. I hate him. Nah, but it was the intention in this pick. No, it's a family Christmas pick. I mean, I think that they all are kind of on the same wave. I think that as a dad, when you're present and you know what you do, there's nothing that nobody can really tell you about what you. I mean, fuck it. She styled her hair the same way as Stefan Diggs, and that's who she's dating. Does it make a difference if maybe that's the style he asked for? They both had braids. He could have saw Stefan Diggs with the hairstyle and was like, Mom, y'all like that. Can I get that too?
Exactly.
Because
Exactly.
that picture is not the picture that was posted. Those pictures are separate. Somebody on the
Exactly.
internet put those together. So if it wasn't for somebody putting those pictures together, we wouldn't know that they had the
Nobody
same
would know.
hairstyle.
Exactly. And that's the problem. Everything is internet worthy now. Everybody is putting everything on social media. It's ridiculous and it's getting people hurt.
I
Because
think that the
who's to say that that man wouldn't have tried to do something? You see what he wrote on social media. Who's to say that he didn't try something because of that?
and I think it was a knee jerk reaction from Offset personally. He shouldn't have crashed out off of it, but he knew that the shorty he got with and she don't play fair, she petty. I mean, all women are petty. All women, I'm not gonna say all women are petty, all women have pettiness in them. And also, man, we just not as good as women when it comes to playing these petty games. And as a man,
Exactly.
if you go back and forth with a woman on the internet, regardless if you're right or wrong, you look bad.
He
I
looks
think
terrible.
you could have just kept that to yourself. Oh
But
no, did
like
she give then? I thought she made the side by side. No, she didn't make the side by side. The internet made the side by side.
she didn't do that. But I think
Yeah,
it's like
I don't think there was any ill intention in what she. Well, no, let me take that back. There could have been some pettiness there, but if he doesn't react, the internet doesn't put the two pictures together.
exactly. But not even like that. Like you said, he's been embarrassing her for years. Now all of a sudden this comes out and she didn't put this out. But the fact that now other people see it and you're embarrassed, now you feel some type of way and you want to put out threats. That's childish. Grow up.
I think the biggest issue here is that Offset, and I'm not going to lie, I can relate. Offset has been used to getting his way with Cardi B for years, and the fact that he couldn't say what he wanted to say and get her back or get back into her good graces like he could in the past. Now he has to deal with the repercussions, and she's moved on. And not only has she moved on, he can't say like, "Oh, that nut ass nigga." She's
Nope.
moved on with somebody on or possibly above his level that you can't really
Above
say nothing about. I'm
his
sick
level.
of I'm
And he
sick
butt
of
hurt.
Cardi. I'm sick of Cardi and Offset. I'm sick of Remy and Pat. They just need to get off the internet and figure out parenthood off the socials. I definitely
I
agree.
that
I I think the difference between Cardi B and Offset situation as opposed to Remy and Pat is also Cardi B and Offset are younger, where they've been around with the internet for a long time. I mean, it's been a part of their growing up. If they're born in the 90s, let's say that Instagram has been around since they've been teenagers. So this internet culture is something that they're used to doing. Whereas Papoose and Remy, y'all just too old for this shit.
they too fucking old for that and they need to stop. Like the shit is ridiculous. Y'all
I
should know
mean,
better. Have all this black love bullshit and then all of a sudden this is how y'all act. Y'all could have
well,
made they really could have been an example of how it is to separate instead
well,
of
I applaud celebrities that come out with these black love posts because the relationships always had something nasty come out of them, and they be like, "Oh no, that was what y'all wanted." So if I see a young lady posting something black love, I'm gonna start sliding in their DMs and do them dirty like the other dudes that be a part of these
stop
black
it.
love couples.
You right.
But seriously, for one, I don't look to the internet for validation, so I can't relate to any of this. Also, I have the advantage of being 18 when I got my first social media, which would have been Facebook, then MySpace. Then Facebook had like a revamp where it became closer to what we know today. And then we had Instagram. So I've been around and been practically an adult since social media has been in its infancy stage. So I've learned how to navigate it a little different. I treat it differently than what a lot of these other people do. I just think that at the end of the day, Offset, let
just
that
be
hurt
more
go, bro. Let
just
that
be
hurt
more
go. But in the event that you don't want to let that hurt go, I'm here for the entertainment because that's what I look at social media as being. I am here for it. Now, Tiff, I'll only say this because you have said it on this platform before. I know that you've had relationships after your marriage. Have you ever had a moment close to this?
Absolutely not. Mm-mm. No, and I never
I was
would.
fucking
Just
with you. I asked the dumb question on purpose because I know what you and Mike relationship is like. So I know that it would never be an issue. I mean,
mm-mm.
I can't say what I want to say, but I've seen Mike interact with you out in public, and it's known that you guys were married at one point and are divorced. But it is Mike's a rare breed because I'm not going out hanging out with my daughter's mother. It's just not. It's just not happening.
Well, see, we were friends first, so that came before anything else, and it just blossomed into what it was, and we were able after the divorce and after counseling and long talks to just go ahead and get their friendship back, just for the sake of having our family, because that's the number one thing. We never wanted our children to feel like us not being together was their fault, because I know how it was with my mom and my dad, and I have friends whose parents are divorced, and a lot of times kids think, okay, it's my fault, and we just wanted to always have that family dynamic. It was hard, it wasn't easy at first, but it's we talk every day. We talk all day long. I think I talk to him more than I talk to my other friends.
Well, I tell you this. This is the funny part because I knew who Mike was, but I didn't know what he looked like. So when I met him, and he was like something about Tiff, my ex-wife, I thought he was playing because I didn't know he was Mike. And then he was like, "I'm Mike." I was like, married to two, got the remainder. Oh my!
I
But
think the
no,
day that you met him, we were actually in the vicinity with a couple of my other exes as well, and they were interacting, having a conversation.
that's what I was going to say, but I didn't want to say it without your permission. But yeah, I think that's. I mean, I can relate to that in a sense of I am friends.
Shut
Well,
up,
not
big
friends.
expensive. No, it's not. That's
I'm
that's
not.
called called
I wouldn't
maturity.
say friends, but me and my daughter's mother, other baby father, we have a mutual respect for each other. Where that's my guy. I would pull up and laugh and joke, play around with the kids, and sit there and have a conversation with him. And I also told him I don't ever want you to leave my daughter's mother. She's a dickhead when she's
See?
by herself.
Oh, you know what? Somebody was scared. Oh, damn, biggest. Why you had to play him like that? You ain't shit.
But El Presidente, I want to thank you for coming and being my co-host for this evening. If you are available next week, I can surely use you. I want to make sure that I have a male co-host for next week because I have a very interesting topic. I'll tell you guys here first. I want to talk about women trapping men with a baby and men trapping women with a baby. Ha ha. Until next week, because
That's
that
gonna
is
be a
going
big.
to that's going to be a good one. And I want Mel and matter of fact, I might double up and get 2 and 2.
I think that'll be a good idea.
That I think that'd be a good one. But El Presidente, like I said, I want to thank you for joining me this evening. I always appreciate my co-host because you are putting time aside for little old me, and I definitely appreciate it. Shout out to
Thank.
Corey and shout out to comedian Tay Boogie for joining us this evening. As all I appreciate the Ant Hive always being in the comments, keeping it entertaining. Not gonna lie, Corey might have comment of the week with the tables, ladders, and cheers match with his mom. That was fucking hilarious. But, ladies and gentlemen, y'all know how I like to end every episode. Live every day like it's your last, but make sure you are prepared for tomorrow. God bless and good night.
What's going on, bro?
Yo, how you doing, bro?
I'm doing good, man. I didn't mean to not answer earlier. We just left out of watching Sinners.
Oh, that's a good movie. And the way that he ate the cat was crazy.
That's the alligator eyes.
all day. But nah, I was just sitting here chilling, man, and I just wanted to hit you up and say goodnight, bro.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good night. You doing okay?
Yeah, I'm doing okay. I just figure sometimes it's nice to hear it back, you know. So I'm just about to go to bed.
Are you still in Michigan?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. When are you coming back out?
Hey, what's going on, bro?
Nah, what's up?
Nah, regular, can't call it. I was just sitting here chilling, just wanted to tell you goodnight, bro.
Good night, man.
All right.
Hey, I'm glad to see you doing your thing, bro. You still.
Yo,
Hey, what's going on, bro?
shit, what you doing?
Man, I'm about to go to bed, my nigga. I just wanted to call and tell you good night and sleep good, yo.
You alright?
Yeah. I just want to tell you I love you and good night.
You alright?
Yeah. I'm definitely good. Are you good?
Yeah, I'm alright.
All right, just want to let a real nigga know good night, bro.
Everybody out my house, but it's Crip style. Watch how I get about my house, y'all. Get out. Get the fuck up my house, nigga. Get the fuck. Get the fuck. Get the fuck up my house, nigga. Get the fuck up my house, nigga. Nigga, Crip. Get the fuck up my house, nigga. Huh? What?